Hey, what's up, guys? New day out here at the property. I'm Brandon. There goes Blisto. It's a nice day. It's really overcast and I can't see the sun, but it's still 70 degrees, so I'll take that for sure. So, got some supplies. Came back, got some stuff off Amazon. Got me a new water tank. It's a 40 gallon instead of the 15-gallon ones I had. Got some plumbing supplies to work on the pump, some electrical supplies for the pump too. Got some mirrors and stuff for the old Segway, but I went and test fitted and they're not gonna fit. And it got me some storage bins. So I'll have to take the mirrors back and return them. And this time, don't guess on the size needed. I'll take some measurements before I leave. Probably a smart thing to do beforehand. I was just looking on Amazon and saw them and took a guess. And my guess was wrong, but at least it's easy to return that stuff. So I think I am going to work on the electrical and getting the outlet put in today. Don't know if I'll start the plumbing because that once you cut the plumbing, I'll have to finish it. So maybe I'll get the pump put in and the pipe ran through the wall and see how I'm going to connect the pump. It's going to need me to connect in here before it goes into that spigot. I want to leave that there, so I need to run into the wall first and then come back and have the output go to that and run the other faucet that's over by the RV, and then eventually I'll put one over towards the gazebo. But for now, I just want to have the running water here and try to get it connected to the sink here that I've had forever and never got to hook up. So we're going to get started on something around in that area. I think the electrical first. That might be the smart move. Get the plug in and I can finish that. So we'll get over here in the shed, get the stuff moved out, and make room for us to get to work. So let's do it. All right, I got all my electrical stuff here, and I got some extra parts just in case future projects. Got extra breakers, outlet boxes, a couple extra of those. Got outlets, wall plates. Got me some more cutting disc here and a grinding disc. So it's always good to have a little bit of extra. When you need it, you got it. And then I bought all these, like I said, these blue bins. I didn't remember getting that many, but there's 2, 4, 6, 12, 24 the little ones. So that's a good amount there. I'm gonna put them up here over here on the shelf on this end and get that organized. Then I got 2, 4, 6, 12 of the bigger ones. So good place to put stuff and be able to see it. And that's the main thing, is being able to see it and use it later, instead of wondering what box or what shelf is it thrown in. So like I said, I'm gonna get started on the electrical. Got the panel back there, got the lights on right now, so it's gonna have to get dark in here because I'm gonna have to turn off the power, obviously, and that's just through the solar. So we get that, get the wire ran. I'm gonna have to drill holes through the studs going across here, and I'm gonna put an outlet over there in that corner. So that's what we're doing. All right, just to always be sure, I'm gonna put the voltmeter on it, but there's no way there's any power, so I got the inverter off. But let's just check. Nothing, 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 nothing. So we're good. We'll go ahead and put in the 3 breakers that I got. So they're already there. And they're all 20 amps. So just gonna stick them in and have them for a future use if I ever need more plugs. So I'm gonna get these in, then we'll start seeing about running the wire. Well, as you can see, I started getting the wire routed up in this corner at least. Got the 2 holes drilled up there. So I need to drill another one back here. And then another one there. And probably one more, maybe 2 more back here. And run that wire across and get my outlet box in. Outlet box. And then the wire ran the rest of the way and the outlet hooked up. And I know I said earlier that it was gloomy out and kind of cloudy. You know, got this big old dark cloud here over dropping some rain down on me. So I guess it's a good thing I'm in here working in the shed. My stuff that's outside though is getting wet. So, and then Blisto, I don't know why he's just hanging out in the rain, getting all wet. Become a stinky dog later. So let me keep getting on this and see if I can get that wire wired in on the breaker side at least. And then I can close the panel back up and turn on the lights as long as the breaker's off. So I'm gonna go into this second one here. Those just snap in. And if you're wondering about these lights, those are just running off the DC coming off the solar panels right now. So we'll get this wired in and then close this up. And then I should be able to get over to the other side like I showed earlier. Let me get going. All right, so I'm gonna hook up this and I'm just gonna pull the ground out just far enough to reach down over to here. Then I'll bring the hot and neutral in through the hole over here. Something like this. Strip these wires off, connect them into the breaker, and I'll go ahead and put a lug on the end of this one. Make sure that don't come off. Hook it into my little ground bar I have over here. It's nice and tight. Then I'm gonna hook my neutral in right next to the breaker. Strip a little bit of that off. There we go. That's gonna go in right there on the neutral bar. Just clamp it down. Oh, that didn't get tight. and bigger Phillips, or maybe even a flathead. There it goes. All right, good and tight. Breaker's off, power's off. Jeez. All right, same thing here. Strip off a little bit off the end. All right, that's good. And we'll stick it up in there and tighten it back down on it. All right, that's all connected. All really good right there. And we're in. Put the panel back on. And of course, gotta go up to there. So let's skip to, gotta break out the breakout things on here, which shouldn't be too hard. Shouldn't be too hard, but they're in there pretty good. Let me get over here and do this. All right, I got those off. Get this back up here. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let me label these. All right, I don't have a marker, but number 1 is outlets. 2 is not hooked up. 5 is water pump. All right. All right, that's all back on there. Now let me get these holes drilled and get the outlet box put in over there. Really hard to get up in there and drill the holes in these 2 2x4s. Just couldn't get an angle on it to get pressure on the drill to get it cutting in. All right, got my outlet box, my wire over here. I'm gonna get the box put in and the wire put in, and then the outlet put in. Not very much room here to hammer. Not wanting to go in at all. Nail bending. Nailing into a knot. Yeah, nail completely bent. All right, I straightened out that nail some because most of the nails I have won't fit. I'm gonna try this other one first, see if I can get it to go in. Most of my nails are too big around to fit through this. All right, that's just not working. Bad part is now I don't know how to get this bottom one out. Come on. All right, I guess I just picked the completely wrong spot to put that in. Oh, I lost my nails, got bent nails. Try this again. Obviously in a different spot. It's getting pretty low. Let's see if we can make this happen. Well, that was much better. Now, to get the wire ran through the box first, then we can hook it up to the outlet. I guess it doesn't help that it's a little dark over here in this corner. Makes it hard to see. All right, got a spot for black, white, and ground. Put the ground in the ground. Black in the black. And it's tight. White in the white. Nothing pulling out. Phillips screwdriver. That one started. Can't see it all. Jeez. My screwdriver's that bad? There's an extremely long screw. What a pain. What a pain. Yes. It's a pain. Oh boy. Oh, jeez, already. Hell. Oh my God. That was super annoying. Dang, 7 minutes? It's raining pretty good now. All right, well, it was a serious pain and frustrating, but I got it there and tested out, and I got 120 volts. So, yeah, that took a while, a lot longer than I truly expected. And as I always say, that everything takes longer. But we had a good rain shower. But I got that, at least the electrical done. I got my lights back, charge up batteries, and an outlet over here. So I guess next is going to be look to see what we're doing with the pump. All right, well, the way the rain came through and stopped, and as you can see, it made everything a muddy mess. Blisto's paws here about twice as big as normal. Oh, Lord. Yep, it rained just enough to make it a muddy mess. All right, I've been contemplating on this for a while. I got a switch there to turn the pump on and off if needed. Also can turn it off at the breaker. And I was going to hang the pump up here, but instructions say that end right here has to be facing down if you mount it vertically. And that's where the pressure adjustment screw is. So I want to be able to get to that, and I could hang it up higher so that I could get underneath there and see it, but I also want to keep it as low as possible. One, so it's getting the most pressure from the water tank, right? Being lower, it'll get better pressure. It's only gravity fed. And the second is I want to keep the inlet coming in from the outside as low as possible so it's not out of the ground for a long ways outside. So I think I'm going to put it here. I kind of got it laid out, and so the water pressure will come in there, come into the pump, and get better pressure coming out. And then it'll tee or something on the outside, go up for the water spigot, go over to the sink, and then the other end will go out to any other faucets I have on the outside. So I think that's where I'm at and what I'm going to do. So I'm going to try it out and see how it works. All right, well, I got it all dry fitted. Got the holes on the wall marked and traced out, and I think everything's lining up good. So to drill the holes through the shed, which is the major thing when you're putting a hole in the side of the shed, you got to make sure it's right. Well, I got the holes drilled and they're sticking through the wall now. So I'm not sure how it looks. I cut the pipes a little long so I could have a little play around room out here, but there they are coming out, which is good, right where I want them. Now I got to dig up the old water line that's in here and tee it off somewhere back here to go over to the input, so the rest of the stuff is on the output. So I'm gonna start moving some of these bricks here and maybe get to digging. All right, I got it all dug out. So my inlet pressure coming from the tank is this one on this side. So I'm gonna have to cut it right here and then 90 it over to the inlet going into the shed. And then I'll get the water to the pump and then come back out on this other side over here. I'm gonna have to put a T to go off to the sink here, and then a 90 right after that to go over to where the spigot is, and put a T there and just connect in right there. And I will have this little area down here to deal with. I can either put just a blank off over here, or I can just redo the whole thing. Hopefully I have something to blank it off. We'll have to see on that though. But it's getting dark and this is a muddy mess over here. This dirt is so heavy and sticky when it gets wet. One of the things I hate about out here is that mud. But until the morning, we'll catch back up then, just like that.